Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having a good week so far, of course. Start of a new week. And yeah, obviously, oh no, it's not, it's a few days in from the start of the week actually, but now, what am I talking about? But yeah, big up to everyone that's come in. First of all, obviously, big up to Let's Talk Sports, a fantastic community that help YouTubers grow their platform. I really do appreciate them helping me out with that. Obviously, we are here to review, obviously, our game against Sunderland, obviously finishing a 1-1 draw. Actually, I got the prediction right, so there we are. I think it's probably the first prediction I've ever got right in ages. So, it's just unbelievable, really. But yeah, obviously a good game. Obviously, we're going to get into it soon. But yeah, really, really huge point, really. I think it was a very good point. It wasn't a bad point. It was a very good one. Oris is in. So we can go to the comments. Yeah, Oris is in. Yeah, big up to you, mate. Yeah, like I say, if you wouldn't mind, please make sure you smash the likes and subscribe if you are new yet. Big up to you. It would really mean a lot to me to keep growing this channel and keep bringing you bigger and better content, if I'm honest. I just want to keep getting better. So yeah, big up to Oris as always. Your support means the world to me, you know that. And George is in, big up to you. Big up. Hope you're doing well, mate. And thank you for coming back in. And Joseph's in. Hello to you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Obviously, before we start, you are welcome to come into the stream as a call-in kind of show at the end. So we'll get people in at the end if you want to have your say on this match and what if you want to kind of say anything about the game, you're more than welcome to come on at the back end of the show. Yeah, it'd be good to get some people on. But yeah, also if you didn't see it already, obviously I did do a vlog for Sunderland. So if you haven't seen it already, please make sure you go to my channel and check it out. Would really mean a lot to me. Let me know what you think. And yeah, I'm really loving doing the vlogging, kind of the format of the vlogs that I'm doing at the moment. So I enjoy it. So I hope that everybody else enjoys it too. I'm just going to put the no, yeah, we're back there now. Yeah. So let's get into it then. So obviously, as I said before the game, it was really imperative not to lose this game, or no matter what. And I think, going into it, I was kind of nervous, to be honest with you, especially after that Swansea result and how we played. I was a bit, I'm not so confident, really. And that's why I predicted the draw, really, in my predictions. But, yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, let's put it that way. But, yeah, let's look at the lineups, and obviously, there were 2 changes made to the team. Obviously, Ruffles and Karoma came in for Romani, Edmonds, Green, and Hogg. Obviously, Hogg had an injury, so that's why he missed out. Edmonds, Green was just rotation, really. But yeah, so obviously Vachlik in goal. Obviously, a 4-2-3-1, the same formation I went with. Obviously, Pearson, Lees, Healy, and Ruffles, Kasumu and Radon in that deep midfield role. Obviously, Josh Karam, Diarra and Headley in front, and then Danny Ward leading the line. What did I think of the team? I thought it was okay. I think it was good. I think that the only concerns I had with it is that I know I seem to be like, and I'm not picking on the younger players, but I'm just saying the likes of Headley, Diarra. I just think they need some more experience, really, if I'm honest. So it just kind of worried me. Not worrying when they're in the team, but I just think, as it proved in this game as well, the decision making is the only thing that's holding them back, really, especially Diarra. I think Diarra's got massive quality, but it's just his decision making. The last, it is pretty evident, really. Jamie's in. Hello, hello to you, mate. I hope you're doing well. Let me know your thoughts of the game. But yeah, I mean, obviously the first half. Then so obviously Sunderland, you could just tell. Sunderland were more sharp. The interplay was so much better from them. Really, if I'm honest with you, in that first half especially. I think it's a lot of the time that first half for us it was really slow and ponderous. If I'm honest, I mean, our first half wasn't the best, but it was still good in some aspects because look at how we was, really battling. Obviously getting a tackling. Really fighting for every ball, and that's what you want to see. You want to see that fight. You want to see people getting tackles, and you want to see that passion. And we definitely saw that for the full 90 plus minutes for me. Yeah, let's talk about the goal we conceded because this was extremely disappointing, to be fair. I mean, obviously, it came from a counter-attack, obviously. Kasumu obviously going to ground. I know he loved the tackle, but going to ground, trying to get, completely missed it, obviously. You've got to stay on your feet sometimes. I know the lad loves a tackle, and it's lovely. It's good to see that he likes to tackle. But I think sometimes he needs to just have that kind of element of control, really, if I'm honest with you, in some moments. Once he missed, obviously Sunderland were aware the space in front was evident. Great pass, obviously, from Diallo through to Geldhart, obviously outside the area. Good strike, obviously, into the bottom right. And obviously it had to be a Leeds player, didn't it, that scored as well against us. Typical, but yeah. We need that performance for the last three. I mean, yeah, we do definitely, Joseph, definitely do, mate. I mean, we just want to see. We need that in the next. We need to continue what we put. We play like that against the other teams that we've got left, especially like your Cardiff, your Readings. I think we've definitely got 6 points there for me, without being too complacent, of course. But if we apply ourselves like that, I think we do win both. Sunderland away is a really tough place and good point, in all honesty. I mean, yeah, good evening to you, John, and by the way, thank you for coming in. It is a tough place to go, and to be honest with you, I really enjoyed my first visit to the stadium of light. It was a really good stadium, actually. Really friendly people, really friendly. But yeah, the stadium didn't disappoint, definitely. I think, obviously, and it was nice to tick off a new ground. But yeah, it was a good away day, all in all, really. Really enjoyed it. But yeah, obviously, the second half, again, how many times have we said that in the second half? When we've had maybe a poorer first half, we've come out in the second half and we've looked a completely different side. Again, Neil Warnock working his magic, whatever he said to him, it clearly worked. It really, honestly, he does it time and time again. Second half, first half to second half, it's completely different. And he's we've said it before, but Neil Warnock is just unbelievable. What a genius he is, legend. Aiden's in. Good evening to you, mate. I'm okay, thank you. Yeah, not so bad. Hope you're doing well too. And big up to you for coming in as well, as always. Really appreciate that. But yeah, get your thoughts in about this game as well. Obviously, get your player ratings in. We will be going through player ratings very shortly. Once I've done my summaries of the game. Yeah, so like I said, we looked a completely different team in the second half after we came out, and we were on the front foot. We created quite a few chances. I mean, Headley had a great chance, didn't he? He just pulled it wide, and also, let's talk about the disallowed goal, by the way, because I think this is absolutely shocking. I'm sorry, but I know we have the worst. We always have the worst referee. They never give us out, but yeah, this referee was an absolute disgrace. Honestly, he was a disgrace. But yeah, obviously this disallowed goal, I've had a look at replays, and to be honest, when I was in the stadium, I was thinking to myself, I know it was quite away from where because it was at the opposite end to where we were. But it didn't look like there were anything in it. And when I looked at the replays, I'm still very, very confused what the goal was disallowed for. Obviously, it was a ball in from Karoma from the corner. Bit of a scramble by the defence of Sunderland to get it away. So it falls to Lees. Obviously, then he strikes into the back of the net, and the referee blows his whistle and says it's not allowed. I mean, it's just every time they went down, they got a foul. But when we went down, we hardly got anything. So I'm sorry, it's just completely biased all the time. So yeah, I don't understand why that goal was disallowed. Very infuriating. And yeah, just the referee was shocking all night, like I said. And let me just go in before I go on my rant here. Don't get me wrong, I think Vaclik is a good goal, but I'm sorry, he should be doing better with the goal he can see. I mean, do you think? Yeah, I mean, he did look a bit shaky at times. I mean, again, I think there was a moment in the match where there were a bit of miscommunication, and and he kind of obviously it was coming to him, but then obviously he just wasn't. He didn't shout for it, so obviously our defender obviously got it away. But you should really be commanding that area, and that's what I think he really lacks, Vaclik. He's a great keeper, don't get me wrong. He's a good keeper, but he's just a bit vulnerable at times, and I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he's a bad keeper. I'm just saying he's not. He hasn't got the overall game like a Nichols has, for example. But yeah, it's one of those. I mean, he was. I think it was quite a good strike, really. To be fair, from that goal, really. I mean, it may have should have done better with it, really. But it looked like it was kind of in the corner. But yeah, Ollie's in. Good evening to you, mate. Thank you for coming in. Hope you're doing well, and big up for coming in. And I appreciate your support. You know that. But yeah, big up, Ollie. And like I said, please do make sure you go subscribe to DJ Sinclair on YouTube. Great channel. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to him. Doug's in. Good evening to you. Hope you're well and enjoy. I mean, the snooker, man. I've been gripped to the snooker since it started, mate. Obviously, you've seen my tweets. Maybe I'm being a bit too annoying with my tweets about the updates, but I just love tweeting about snooker. I do, and I think Crucible is one of the best competitions, in the calendar, really, for the snooker. But yeah. I'm loving the student. I'm loving the obviously the lovely weather as well. Yeah, lovely weather today. Lovely. It's nice to have some sunshine. But yeah, big up to you. I hope you're doing well too. And like I say, I hope you're enjoying the snooker. And obviously, yeah, thanks for coming in, mate. I really appreciate it. George says that ref must not like us that much. Had him against Bristol City at home back in March, and more shocking from them to like. I mean, yeah. Honestly, we get the same old rubbish referees every single time, honestly. I mean, I don't even think it's down to being rubbish. It's just bias. We never get anything. It's just absolutely shocking. Orest is in. Big up, mate. Big up. Obviously, guys, we will be letting people come in a bit later on to have your say on the match. So I'll post a link very shortly after I've done my player ratings, and we'll get some people's thoughts on the game. It'd be good to get a few of you on and hear what we have to say or what you want to say. But yeah, big up to Orest, big up to you, mate. Your support is incredible. I really appreciate it. You know that. And yeah, another channel that is fantastic. I just call it the best channel there is on YouTube. Honestly, go and subscribe to Orest Talks Football. Fantastic channel, fantastic shows. And I really do feel happy and I'm proud to be a part of that channel for sure. And as I've always said, I've met a really, really good friend that I can always class as a friend. So brilliant. Orest, honestly, you blow my mind with your support, honestly. Yeah, please make sure you do smash the likes and subscribe if you are new. Like I say, keep growing the channel. On the road to 350 or 400 if you want to be ambitious. So we're at 324 at the moment, so hopefully we can keep growing the channel. But yeah, big up to you, Orest, mate. Thank you for your support. We'll get through your ratings very shortly after I've done mine, Joseph, and I won't forget, I promise. Orest says, good result last night, very good, absolutely a much improved performance, and we saw a reaction that we all wanted to see. That's the thing we want to see. Yeah, like we saw a reaction we all wanted to see, and the players put in a proper shift. We showed that attacking intent that we didn't show against Swansea. So, it's a shame we couldn't do it against Swansea, but that game's gone now. But obviously, a lot better. Like, you can't grumble. The players gave everything last night. So, honestly, that's all you expect, to give them a good game, test them, and that's what we did. We tested them really, and gave them a game and troubled their keeper a few times, and yeah, obviously, scored as well. So yeah. But yeah, definitely a good result, and brilliant. Really, really happy. That disallowed goal. I mean, it was. Have you seen it, Orange? Have you seen the replays? I mean, obviously, I shared it on my Twitter. But yeah, honestly, I know I'm smiling, but I was fuming. I'm fuming, really, if I'm honest. That goal should have stood, if I'm honest. There was nothing wrong with it. There was nothing. I couldn't see anything. I've watched it about 4 or 5 times. I can't see any foul in that, in that moment, honestly. Can I just say, was we missing Hogg yesterday? Or can I just say, was we missing Hogg yesterday, or was we looking better without Hogg? Because don't get me wrong, I love Hogg, but I thought we looked better without him. I mean, this has been, obviously, I've seen it a lot. Obviously, I've seen it a lot on social media past 20, obviously, since the Sunderland game, obviously last night. And I've got to say, we do look a lot better going forward when he's not in the team. I think he does slow the game down quite a lot, and I think you recognise that as soon as he's not there. I think you recognise the speed maybe at times is a lot quicker. I think you always miss a player like Hogg, though, no matter what. Obviously, he's still good to have around. Obviously, he's always going to be chosen for Warnock, really. Warnock loves him as well. So, but yeah, I mean, we didn't really miss. I mean, to be honest with you, though, Kasumu obviously did, obviously made that mistake for the goal. Would Hogg have done that? So I don't, it's fine. But I mean, I don't want to be too harsh on Kasumu, because Kasumu were great. But do you know what I'm saying? Maybe we did miss a bit of Hogg, in that defensive, midfield role that he always, plays in. So it's a bit of an umming situation about that, really. I mean, I don't think it's fair to say did we look better without him or not. I think going for, we look better in the terms of attacking. We do look, like I said, the speed of the players a lot quicker without him in the team. But do we look better without him, in the defensive front? I'm not sure, really. I don't think we are, really, because you can't really replace Hogg. What he does, all the dirty work he does, gets stuck in and covers the yards, and yeah, the passion that he's got as well. But yeah, I know what you're saying, mate. But yeah, I mean, let's keep going on, obviously. Let's talk about the goal. Yeah, let's talk about our goal that wasn't disallowed. Thank you, referee. I'm surprised he didn't try to find some kind of foul in the build-up to this one. But anyway, he did allow this one, surprisingly. Obviously, Kasumu did get an assist for the goal, to be fair. So obviously set Kuroma in motion, drove forward. The confidence he has at the moment is incredible, honestly. You wouldn't have seen him do that, not so long ago. Have that confidence to carry the ball and drive forward. Usually, he'd just offload it as quickly as he could. But now he's got the confidence to take on players, got the confidence to carry the ball forward and have a go from distance as well. Obviously shows his strength as well in this one, holds off the Sunderland players around him, gets his shot off. What a goal this was. Honestly, JK is on fire. Your defence is terrified. Absolutely. I mean, that was a bad kind of chant. I was trying to chant there, but I actually just said the words. But yeah, JK, honestly, Kuroma, what a transformation. I'm just delighted for him, mate. And to be honest with you, we need to sign him. We need to get him signed up ASAP. His contract, of course, is running out. We need to sign him up, give him what he wants, and make sure he's here next season. Because honestly, this guy has proved his worth. And he really will be a key player from now until the end of the season as well. You know, and yeah, honestly, the transformation from Koroma is just outstanding. He was the best player. Obviously, got the man of the match as well last night, rightly so. He was, he's just constantly causing problems. When we're on the attacking front. But yeah, what a goal! Another goal to add to his tally as well. And yeah, I'm really, really happy for him. It's good to have him back. Obviously, his loan spell at Portsmouth was cut short, and obviously he's come back in. And I think Koroma, though, I think the big difference, obviously Neil Warnock obviously coming in. Koroma just needed an arm around him, around his shoulder, really, if I'm honest. He just needed someone to believe in him. I do believe that, and Neil Warnock can see he believes in him, and we know how good Neil Warnock is with man management. There's no one better in the game than what Neil Warnock is with man management. And honestly, he really has. He looks the old Chrome that we saw before he got injured. Obviously back in the last year. So yeah, I'm really, really happy for him. Yeah, Aiden says I thought Diarra had his best game yesterday. Yeah, he had a fantastic game, but as I was saying earlier before you came in, probably Aiden, I think that he has got so much quality and he's got so much potential, but his decision making, I'm sorry, but his decision making is really bad at the moment, if I'm honest with you. He drives at play, drives at plays, doesn't have that fear, obviously. But his end product is really lacking for me. But he definitely has. He definitely has kind of a bright future ahead of him. But yeah, I think we just obviously we kept pushing for the winner, obviously as well. We looked most likely to score, especially in that second half towards the end of the game. There was a lot of pressure. If we had played a bit longer, we may have actually got a goal. Actually, I think we did deserve to win the game on the balance of play, if I'm honest. I think this is the best we've played in a good while, actually, if I'm honest. I said before the game, we need to see a reaction, and we most certainly got that and more. We need to, like I said, I also said that we need to actually cause problems, cause them problems and give them a good game. And we did all those things, like I said earlier, and more. The work rate as well in this one was very evident, even more so. Mostly getting in the Sunderland players' faces, giving them no time. We couldn't have done any more, like I said, and I'm very, very happy with how the lads played. But yeah, we're going to get into the player ratings now. So yeah, if you do want to get involved in this, obviously get your player ratings in. And then, of course, after this, we will be getting in people to have their say as well. I'll post a link if anybody wants to join. But yeah, let's go through the ratings. So obviously, Thomas Vatchlick. Yeah, obviously made a couple of important saves. Obviously, we did look a bit shaky in moments. After the goal, obviously, Aiden, you said he wasn't that great, but I think that sometimes he can be a bit susceptible to, a bit, communication isn't the best at times, but yeah, for me, a 7, obviously. For me personally, I think he couldn't have got to the Geldhart shot, really, that Sunderland scored. I think that it was a good strike, and obviously he couldn't really do anything. So I think you've been quite harsh, Aiden, if I'm honest. But yeah, good game, and yeah, really, really obviously a good performance. Obviously, Matty Pearson. I think he was given a really difficult job, obviously, to do by obviously, on that side with Jack Clark there. But he won his battles really well, to be honest. Even if it meant him committing a kind of a tactical foul now and then. Absolutely brilliant second half, that's for sure. So Pearson, a solid 8 for me. I think he was brilliant. Next up, obviously, we've got Tom Lees. I think the first half was a bit unlike him. I think he had a bit of a unconvincing out in the first half, but obviously regained his composure for the most part, really. Vital and obviously fair second half challenge to stop Alex Pritchard getting in on goal. That was a great, obviously a great interception, great challenge. And so yeah, for me, I'm going to give him a 6. I think he was good. I don't think he was as good as maybe what we've seen in the past, but he was still a solid 6 for me. Next up, obviously, Mikael Helik. Again, we've said time and time again with Mikael Helik, haven't we? You know what you're going to get with him. Honestly, he's a solid player. He's Mr. Reliable. Obviously, the commanding performance that he always has graced since he's put on the Huddersfield Town shirt. And it just feels like I repeat myself with him every time I say his rating, because you just know what you're going to get with him. He's just a solid, fantastic defender who just has that commanding, such a presence about him, and a great defender, great centre half. So for me, it's 7. I think he was fantastic. And yeah, Alex Pritchard, he got a lot of stick at the end, Alex Pritchard. Yeah, for some reason, I thought he'd just go straight down the tunnel, actually, but obviously he came over to while he was clapping us. Because, yeah, obviously he got a lot of abuse, and then he really rattled him, actually. But yeah, Josh Ruffles up next. I mean, to be fair, he had the really difficult challenge, obviously, of trying to nullify Amad Diallo. We know how good he is. But I think he did just enough, really, to limit his real effectiveness in this one. Obviously, with help from his teammate too. But I think he did really well at considering. So for me, I'm going to give him a 6. I think he was good. Next up, obviously, Kasumu. Yeah, I mean, it was a really good game until his missed tackle on Diallo, really, wasn't it? In my opinion, anyway. Obviously, it allowed Sunderland forward to open the scoring. After which, I feel like it affected him a bit. His levels dropped a bit. But obviously, he did create a good opening late on that was obviously snuffed out as well. And, obviously, he got an assist as well. So for me, I'm going to give him a 5. I don't know if that's harsh, but I'm just overall, you can't let your head drop if you make a mistake or something like that, and it just seemed to affect him, that mistake he made. Obviously, Jack Redone, obviously he dropped deeper. To me, I don't particularly like to see Jack in the deeper role. He'll do a job there for you, of course, but he needs to be further forward. That's where he's best playing. In the more attacking approach, more attacking position. So, he was good, but he really should have been playing further forward, in my opinion, because that's where he will produce the most for you. Like we've seen in previous games. So yeah. So for me, I'm going to give Jack a 6. He did win some very good challenges. And obviously helped build the play as well for us as well. So honestly, absolutely love him. Obviously, he's going to keep getting better as well on this side, and obviously next season, see how he develops next season as well. And yeah, I'm really happy that we've got him, honestly. And then next up, obviously, Josh Koroma. Unbelievable performance from JK. Honestly. His work rate again, unbelievable. Obviously, creating chance. Obviously, really good performance. Constantly causing problems. His work rate, tracking back constantly. His overall kind of contribution was incredible. So, honestly. For me, I'm going to give him a 9. Obviously, he was my man of the match as well. Obviously, he was voted man of the match, but he was my man of the match as well. Unbelievable. And it's so lovely to see him playing like he is, because this is the good Josh Crumb we know that he always had. We knew that he was capable of so much better than what he's produced in the past, since that injury. But now he's fine. The form he's showing is what a turnaround! It's just incredible, the turnaround that we've seen. It's just he looks a completely different player from what we've seen. But yeah, delighted for him, honestly. Obviously, next up, Diarra. Obviously, a nuisance against the Sunderland defence. He always is, isn't he? Both on and off the ball. So they helped Town obviously make up a huge amount of territory as well. This guy could probably run all day and still not get tired. He's full of energy. Of course, he's young. Like I said earlier, he still just needs, to find that final pass and that willingness to pull the trigger on openings as well. At the moment, he's not there, but that's the only thing that's letting him down at the moment. And of course, he's young; he's still developing, so he's understandable. But yeah, that's my point of view there. So for me, I'm going to give him a 6. I think it was a good performance, really, but I can't really go higher than a 6. Headley, of course. I mean, got into some really good forward positions. Headley, so he pitched in really admirably at the back. I don't know why I can't say that, but yeah. But was obviously lacking that final ball, really, needed for that wing role he was in. So again, not being harsh, but just a few pointers there, really. For me, a 6 for him. I think he was he was good, but the score is a bit lower than others because of the things I kind of mentioned. And Danny Ward, I mean, once again, through little fault of his own, more notable for his defensive contribution than anything else, which is important, but not really the only thing you want. And plus, he needs to be winning more headers than he is at the moment. Honestly, how many balls did he miss last night? He's got to be more. He's got to have a bit more of a presence about him, aerially. But for me, I'm giving him a 5. It wasn't his best games, if I'm honest. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts there. Yeah, that's my player ratings done. Of course, there were no substitutions. No one decided to keep the same team for the full match, which obviously, if that's what he felt was best, then I'm not gonna, I don't really feel like it needs to be changed. So maybe someone like Rose could have come, maybe Humbo could have come on in the final 10 to 15 minutes maybe, but he obviously didn't feel like he needed to change it, so he kept it as it was. Aiden's put a question here. Ryan, do you think Kevin will be in attendance on the final game of the season? I think he might be there. I hope he is. I mean, there is a bit of speculation he might be, but that he might be there. But I don't know. I mean, it would be good to see him there, definitely. Obviously, hopefully it is true. But yeah, be good to see him. I'm not sure he will be there, but who knows? But yeah, I mean, my conclusions, obviously, before we get people in, obviously, I'm going to post a link to the, if anybody wants to come in and have their say. But I am going to do my conclusions before we do that. But the link is there. But you do have to have your camera on, and you do have to be, obviously, if I don't particularly know you, then you won't be, I won't be allowing you to come on, really, if I'm honest. Because I've learnt my lesson from before, really. And yeah, I don't know, I'm not going to get into that, but yeah. So Josh Koroma will be, he will continue to be, a key to our survival chances, honestly. Obviously, Josh Koroma's resurgence is just, like I said earlier, is the number one reason for me the side have enjoyed, that our big upturn in form, and I just think that Koroma He's got so much confidence. He's a confidence player, Koroma. If his confidence is up, then obviously he's gonna really produce. And we've seen the Koroma that we know was always there, and it's really, like I say, really good to see. Big up to you, mate. Big up, big up. Thank you for coming in. Hope you're doing well, mate. And I really appreciate you coming back in to the stream to support me. I really appreciate that, mate. And yeah, big up to the chat. Oh, as always, the chat is really good tonight. Honestly, you guys make the channel it is, and you know, it's great to come on and speak with you all. But yeah, Headley and DR obviously just need more experience really for me to be real stars. That's my other conclusion. So Ruffles obviously has done very well recently as well. I think Ruffles obviously has done really well. His contract is up in the summer, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. But obviously, the way Ruffles has performed, you know, look, he's since obviously Ollie Taken got injured, obviously he's had to come in a bit more than maybe you expected to. And he has struggled at times. But I think if you look at his rating in the last few weeks, months maybe, you've had a solid 6 from him really at least. I know maybe, you know, you've had at least, you know, for me, he hasn't gone below a 6 since in the last few weeks, months really. So yeah, that's why we have got a guest. We've got George coming on, obviously he's going to come on and say his thoughts, obviously see what he has to say about the game. But yeah, let's get him in now. Yeah. Anybody else wants to come in, they can do. But yeah, big up, George. How are you doing, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. I mean, what do you want to say about this game? What was your thought? I don't know where you want to start with this, but obviously, what's your thoughts about the game?
I think we did okay in the first half, but
yeah,
the goal that we conceded was a bit poor, if I'm being honest. And the second half was much better, much better from a time perspective.
Yeah, I mean, what did you make of the lineup when you saw? Did you like the lineup when it came out? Did you like what you saw in that lineup? What was your thoughts?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah,
Darren Headley did much better compared to Saturday. So yeah, Koroma as well. It was class.
I mean, yeah, let's talk about Koroma because honestly, this guy is just. He's just full of confidence. He's thriving in this team now, and you know what? The another big thing is the main thing about this is he's enjoying his football again, and we haven't said that for a while. If you enjoy your football, he even said it in his interview after the game. The training as well. He enjoys the training, and that makes a massive difference, doesn't it? I mean, this is really obviously we need to sign him. We need to get his contract sorted out as soon as possible, really, because honestly, people will be looking at him. Really, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Oof.
I mean, yeah. So, any other thought? Obviously, was a very big point. We just definitely, I think personally, we deserve to win that match. On the balance of play, I think, especially in that second half. I mean, I know they shaded the first half, but I feel like our second half was better than their first half. So I think that we really did deserve to win that game. Really, I mean, what are your thoughts? I mean, do you see it as a big point, or do you see it as 2 points dropped? How do you view it?
I mean, yeah, it's a good point. I mean, it's a big improvement from the Swansea game. Didn't really do much in that game, but
shocking. Shocking.
I think good improvement. I think now we've got to rest up and go again a week on Sunday.
Yeah, because Warnock said he's going to give the players a few days off, which I think is very key. I think that's a sensible decision, letting the players have a few days off, and then, get ready for the running, because it's going to be a busy end to the season. Of course, busy last few games, and the most important games these players will ever play. Really, honestly, it's one of those. And Joseph, I nearly forgot about your ratings, but I'm not going to do. I've just remembered. So he says Vachlik 6, Pearson 6, Lees 8. You've given Lees an 8. Helik a 7, Ruffles a 5, Kasumu a 7, Radoni 6, Headley 5, Diallo 6, Chroma 8, and Ward 6. I mean, yeah, interesting. Yeah, I mean, obviously similar ratings to me, in a way. Maybe a few change there, but I mean, I don't know if you want to go through your ratings, George, or if you want to kind of just say, I don't know, it's up to you. Or who was your man in the match, Koroma, as well?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was outstanding, absolutely outstanding. What else have I got here now? But yeah, what is it? Don't know what else. I think we kind of covered everything. I mean, unless there's anything else I want to say, but yeah, obviously, rest up now. Go, obviously, get ready for the Cardiff game. They play 3 times before we actually play again, which I think it'll work in our favour. That because we'll be the more refreshed, and we simply have to win that game next week. We have to win it. There's no excuses really. But yeah, good point, and we move on to the next one. Obviously, anybody that doesn't, obviously, I will be going on RWA Productions YouTube channel at 7 o'clock. Obviously, a Sunderland fan. Obviously, I'll be giving my take on the game as guest. Hopefully, I'm not outnumbered by Sunderland fans on there, but I probably am. But you know what I'm saying. Guess-wise, I don't know if it's just going to be me and him, or it's maybe going to be a few. But yeah, obviously tune in at 7 for that. Obviously, I'll be going live then. But yeah, just final thoughts from me, if I'm honest. Really happy, like I say, really happy with the point. We should and could have got 3, and we would have got. I mean, what do you make of the disallowed goal, John? Because I'm sorry, I don't understand why that was disallowed.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Should have stood.
That referee was shocking. They always are, but this referee was shocking. And yeah, honestly, I don't know what he's. I've looked at it time over and over again in that video that I've seen, and I can't see what he's giving it for. I just think it's just ridiculous. But yeah, from the players' point of view, they gave absolutely everything, and that's all you ask. That's all you ask. We had a reaction from the Swansea game, which is what you ask as well, and it was a lot better. But we have to keep the consistency now from now until the season. We can't afford to be dropping low. We go to Swansea next week, and we've got to perform. We've got to perform. If we don't, we're going to get beat. That's what the league's like. Yeah, big up to Oris. Keep smashing the likes. Oris, if you want to come on, you can do for the final 5 minutes or so. 10 minutes, I don't know, but I'm definitely going to meet before 7 because obviously I am joining another channel at 7. Joe said the only reason it might have been handball on us. Maybe honestly, if there was a handball, I didn't see it. I've had a look at it. I've had a look at the video numerous times. I can't see any foul or any kind of inclination why it was ruled out. Honestly, shocking. Yeah, you got to die for 3 points, of course exactly. You have. And Neil Warnock, what a legend! Great atmosphere in the Wayne last night as well. Really impressed. Good to do the vlog. Like I say, just a quick plug. Obviously, if you haven't watched the vlog, make sure you check that out. I enjoy. I don't know if it was as good as the one I did. I think Swansea was the better vlog, but I just want to. Obviously, you're not going to get every vlog right, but maybe I'm overthinking that. But yeah, I think the Swansea one we played maybe a bit better because it wasn't as rushed. We got there in better time. And yeah, but obviously I want to keep doing. Obviously, we'll be doing another vlog for the Cardiff game as well. Obviously, I'll be going to that one too. But yeah, a huge point. We can take that forward now. And yeah, it's too tight down at the bottom though, honestly. I mean, it's just too tight. But I mean, we need results to go our way tonight. I'm sorry, but
Yes.
I can't. The thing is, yeah, I can't see all three teams that need to get results tonight getting them. I think there maybe one, but I don't think all three will get results. There's no way, in my opinion. I think, so I'll be keeping my close eye and praying, and my fingers will be crossed and all that, But we don't want to be in that relegation zone when we play next. Honestly, I know we'll have a game in hand on the other team, but that's not the point. We want to try, if we can, stay out of that relegation zone. And obviously we don't want to be in it when we're playing against Cardiff, really. So, yeah. And the sun, of course, you see, but it's been a lovely day today, it really has. But yeah, but anyway, we are going to win this show. Obviously, I'm not going to keep up and on, but yeah, huge point, well-deserved point, well-fought point. We deserved it. We deserved 3, in my opinion, like I said, and let's keep that consistency and let's keep going with that. But yeah, big up George for coming on briefly and having your say. And yeah, of course, Aiden with the American flags there, yeah. Please make sure you do smash the likes on this video. If you are watching it on playback, or you haven't liked it yet, you're watching live, please make sure you smash the likes. Subscribe as well, obviously on the road to 350. And if I'm being ambitious, 400. But yeah, big up for everyone for supporting the channel. It's been great. And when's the next show now? Kind of thing, because obviously the content, we won't be having the, I want to find some new ideas to do content-wise whilst we've got a bit of a break. Whether that, but obviously I am quite busy next week as well, so maybe, I'm in Cardiff twice next week, so yeah, obviously one for my residential for uni. And then back again on Sunday for you could class Sunday as a new week, so technically, but I'm there, you know what I'm saying. So it's going to be a busy week for me. So I don't know if it's going to be, I don't know how much content I'm going to do next week, but hopefully I'm thinking I'll probably do some predictions, champion predictions at some point. Maybe Thursday, Friday, not Thursday, Friday. I'll do it Friday. But yeah, that's when we're next one. But obviously, you can follow me on my socials, HGFTV8 on Instagram and Twitter. So go and give me a follow. Make sure you click the notification bell. Every time I go live, you will get a notification. Or any video that I upload, you'll get a notification that way. But yeah, George, don't know if you want to shout your stuff out. I mean, obviously, I know you do your content of your own. Where can people find you?
So on YouTube, you can find me at George Huddersfield Town. I do all the previews and stuff like that, and I do film at the games if I can. On Instagram, it's just George Roderick. Find me on there. Give me a follow, and then yeah, that's all I gotta say. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Big up for coming on. And like I said, thank you to all that's come in the chat this evening. As always, I love you all. Thank you so much for your support. And yeah, obviously, make sure if you want to tune into my show, obviously not my show, but obviously on the Sunderland channel show at 7, it's RWA Productions. So search that in YouTube and you will obviously find that. The sun's coming in my eyes now because it's so nice. But yeah, big up for watching. And as always, up the town, Neil Warnock's Barmy Alley. Come on, you Terriers.
Come on.
And come on. But yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everyone.
Up the town.